Now, we all know full moon is a very powerful time to release, let go, and also receive your grand manifestation. This video is the video I want you to take seriously because I'm going to be sharing with you two very powerful, and I mean powerful things that if you do these two things every full moon, your manifestation, your life is going to change, okay? And this is something that I've witnessed so many people, including myself. And this is something that honestly, I don't do this every full moon, but when I am conscious of it, things shift so fast. And I'm always reminded by this power. So I'm going to share with you the two things that you will want to do. So the first thing, let's get into it. The first thing here is knowing that full moon is about a time where things are getting released and clear and clarify in your life. Full moon has the flashlight effect where it's shining on a certain energy, a certain problem, a certain area that you are ready to look at. And usually these areas are like not, oh yay, let's look at it. It's like, oh God, it's the shadow. Okay, so the light is shining on the shadowy part. So what I want you to do is knowing that these shadows that is being illuminated, and this is why I make full moon and new moon videos and how to manifest and get a meditation. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you can get notified. We make daily videos. So what happens is that it illuminates a certain energy of that specific full moon for you to understand what is the area, what is the theme that you are meant to release and integrate and let go. Like for example, if the energy is a full moon in Aries, right? Aries is a fire sign. So it can be illuminating anything about stagnation in your passion. Maybe you want to launch a project, but then you've been sleepy about it. That full moon is going to show you what you need to do and what you need to stop doing, being a sleepy lion, okay? Being a sleepy bear. And maybe it shows that maybe you have anger issues, right? Or you lose your temper really quickly. So it shows you the things that you are meant to release, right? So that's why I make these videos and, guide you every month. So what you want to do, the first thing that you want to do is to understand that the flashlight effect is showing a problem area, a problematic area, a shadowy area, if you want to use that word. A shadowy area that once you bring the unconscious conscious, is going to help you clear out that dead weight. Because what we don't realize is that we carry so much dead weight around us, okay? And once we clear that, we make room for something to come through. So what you're gonna do is identify with precision, and I mean precision, what is it that you are meant to release, okay? And what I mean by precision is pen and paper. Nothing is clearer than that, okay? Get out the pen, get out the paper, not pencil, pen. There's something about writing it in pen and ink, I swear. So write down what are you meant to release during this specific full moon, okay? Write it down, feeling it, feeling the sincerity, feeling the motivation, feeling the truth of if you release it, if you let go, if you stop doing these things, if you don't subscribe to that anymore, it's going to drastically change your life and you need to be sincere about it, okay? And I'm going to tell you this practice that follows after that is going to really take your manifestation take your manifestation to the next level. This is the ancient practice that a lot of very powerful people who manifest things like crazily in this life, and I know I have a lot of friends who manifest this crazy stuff in their life, okay? And I mean millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, multiple mention, multiple like successes in their careers and businesses and all of these cool things, of course, impact and helping lots of people. And this is what I see that they do, okay? So I'm going to share this with you. So what they do is that they utilize the energy of letting go, not just, okay, I let go, I release. They actually let something go in this physical realm. Like let something go in this 3D realm. So maybe you have a favorite crystal, okay? And you've been kind of attached with it. Maybe it's time for you to let that something go. Maybe it's time for you to let go of your old clothes. Maybe that has the energy of your ex, honey. Okay? Maybe it's time for you to get the haircut. Maybe it's the time for you to shave your head. I've seen people, okay, very powerful manifestors shave their head or get something drastically done during this time for the sake of manifestation, for the sake of releasing what is no longer serving them, or making room or showing the universe that I'm so sincere, I'm willing to let go of my old identity. So this is something that you can do, very powerful. Your world will change when you do that. Because what happened is that it signals to the brain that something's different in my life. I actually physically let go of something. So during this time, I literally, practice letting go of something that I find that I'm attaching to, or something that I'm ready to just do, so that I can spring into a whole new identity. Because manifestation is about identity shifting, okay? Allowing yourself to be the person that receives that manifestation. And that version of you is going to be a little bit different, okay? So when you're comfortable with change and transformation, you will manifest very well. Okay, got it? Number 2. Now the second thing, very powerful, that what you're gonna do every full moon, if you can do this every full moon, your life will change. Your timeline is guaranteed to shift. So the second thing here is know that the full moon is not just about releasing, but it's about receiving, right? The first part we talk about releasing. This part I want to talk about the receiving. New moon is about when you plant that seed of thought, plant that seed of manifestation, and then it grow. And then full moon is the harvest. Okay, it's the harvest, and you may have heard of harvest moon, right? And why the full moon has all these like names? It's like the farmer has these names for it. And this is why it's all around the harvest season. So full moon is when you receive your manifestation. So what can you do? What can you do to accelerate this? Well, the first thing to understand is for you to powerfully receive your energy or your manifestation, or for you to bring forth the unseen into seen. How does it work? It requires you to understand 3 things. Manifestation 101, thought, right? Belief, right? In that invisible realm. Feeling, right? The attraction, emotion, energy in motion, bringing it through. And also the physical action, the aligned action. So in this step, I want to focus more on the second part, which is the feeling. You may have heard Neville Goddard's feeling is the secret, but the energy of feeling is the energy of matching that frequency, matching that reality. Because what is going to bring you into the reality that you desire is the feeling state. The feeling state instantly bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. You see? So if you can harness this skill, when you just feel in your heart what it would feel like, ask yourself what it would feel like for me to be in my dream home. If that's the manifestation you like to receive, maybe you like to receive your perfect relationship. Well, what would it be? What would feel like when I'm with my true love? How would I feel like to be held? How would I feel like to interact with him or her, right? Maybe you feel that gentle touch. Maybe you feel them whispering in your ear. Maybe you feel them holding you so tightly. How would it feel for you to have millions of dollars in your bank account? Maybe it feels relaxed. Maybe it feels abundant. Maybe it feels safe. Whatever the feeling is, if you can cultivate that feeling now, that is going to amplify and bridge the gap very fast. So during the full moon, what you want to do after the releasing is tapping into that expansion that you have just cleared up by physically and intentionally and energetically let go of a couple of things. And what you want to do, you breathe and you clear out the energies, and you feel your heart opening, and you feel all the things that you want to feel. Okay, and if you can get yourself to see the full moon, like go outside, go on your balcony or whatever, I like to see it when I go boating or cruising or yachting. Like I love seeing the moon when I'm out in the middle of the ocean. It's such a vibe. I'm a water sign, guys. Come on. Any water signs in the house? Let me know. So, or where do you like to see the moon the most? Like, what's the vibe? Maybe I can get some ideas. Let me know below. But, I love seeing it on the water in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean. It really gives me the vibe, and then I feel in my heart that everything that I want is here already. So if I'm manifesting the relationship, I would feel, how would it feel like to be held in true love's touch? If I'm manifesting wealth, how would it feel like to be supported and taken care of for life, right? How would it feel like for me to have the dream impact, the dream business, or whatever it is? So this is something that is so powerful that you can do while feeling into the moon and moon gazing. All right, it brings up that magical and miracle sense of the world that you live in, and it reminds you that manifestation, it's always working. It reminds you that you don't live in this world. There's part of you that can think that you live in this world, but the truth is we are infinite and eternal spirit, and we have all the power in the universe if we know how to yield it, if we know how to work it, if we know how to activate our own power to have our manifestation be precise and intentional, so nothing feels random anymore. These are the two things. If you do every single full moon, your life is going to change. Let me know. Come back to this video and you will see. Okay, guys, if you haven't joined the Divine Feminine Activation membership, it is my private coaching membership where you get access to all my trainings, courses, and live coaching with me for like literally a fraction of the price, because that's what I was called to do, where I hold safe space for you to step into your divine self in terms of being that spiritual intuitive goddess, step into your queen energy to manifest grand abundance, and how to grow your business and impact like a boss, but not, like be a slave, like a sexy empress, please. And how to be tapping into your divine feminine energy to manifest the relationship that you want, the partnership, and show up as the partner who can be supporting of your partner and not be a naggy or, inconsiderate person. So all of that, these are the tools that I put down below for you. I hope you join our community. We have really beautiful people inside, and you're going to be so inspired, I promise. So I see you down below. This is Tina Wong, and I love you so much.